culture between the two extremes of the system we live in is extremely different in my eyes. The rich do not know what we do every day and what we truly want, and I believe this is why the rich are so incompetent when put in positions of power. The rich don't drive on our roads, they use their private jets. The rich don't eat at our fast food chains, they have personal servants that make their food for them. The rich don't work our jobs, in fact, they don't work at all. And the few jobs they claim to have don't need them to truly do any labor or think too hard because they are already at the top. The people below them do enough work so that all they have to do is collect the money that they did not earn. The rich stay rich no matter what they do, and it makes me enraged about how they go about maintaining the order of society they set up to keep their wealth. The thing is, rich people made the world the way it is now. Almost every problem that the population under them faces is good for rich people, and that's why problems still exist in our society, like hunger and political struggles and violence. If everyone had a life similar to a rich person, there would be no issues like the ones I described before. Uh, there would be no hunger because everyone would have food. There would be no political struggle because everybody would be well off. There would be no violence because there'd be no motivation for violence. If everybody had a happy life, then why would anybody go out and be violent and try to like steal things if they already have everything they could possibly want? And obviously that can't happen. Not everybody can be rich. Only a few people can be rich, and that's exactly what the rich people want. That's why they created the society that they have created us to live in like this, so that only a few people can live that lifestyle. The rich created this system in their favor because they wanted power, and if they are the only ones with all the money, then they have all the power. Even in politics, they can pay off the government, and this is also why I hate money, because the existence of money means some people have less and some people have more. Money always means there will be a power imbalance in the population, and a power imbalance always means violence. If someone has less power than someone else, then the only way for someone with less power to get more is to commit acts of violence. We live in a system that the people at the bottom are set at such extreme setbacks that if we did everything right in our society, we still would never be rich, and it will never be enough for you to get rich if you saved up or worked even a good job all your life, because rich people get rich from quick bursts of money coming in, like making a new invention that by pure chance becomes extremely popular, or by simply being born into wealth. Rich people did not deserve or work towards their wealth, because the only way someone can get rich is by pure chance that they get a new opportunity to make them rich, and not everyone gets those opportunities. My real issue is with power itself, not with how unfair that others can get their power by pure chance. My issue is with the power at all. My issue is with authority and the injustice of that. The injustice that it doesn't matter who has the power. The problem is that no matter who you are, even if you are the most humane person ever, when you get put in power, it's like the human mind gets corrupted by power every time someone falls into it. It's like a trap. Even if I were like a billionaire or a president, I would be super corrupt, and I would just be evil, and that's how it is. And everybody else would be too, because again, you have all the power. Why be nice to people who have less power than you and give them some of your power when you could just keep all of it? It sucks to be the oppressed in a situation with the imbalance of power, but when someone is in power, they will never care, and I can understand that in some ways. Because if you already have all the power, then why would you let anybody else get it? And this extends to politics as well. Why would a senator positively change our society when they can simply just continue to write into law that they should get a bazillion million dollars whenever they want? Why why, or write into law that the upper class can oppress the lower class in new ways, because oppression of the lower class is how the rich function at all. And if there was no oppression, the lower class if there was no oppression of the lower class to work for the rich, then there would be no rich. If there was no force to stop people from stealing from the rich, like police, then there would be no rich. If there was no system that made the rich the people who rule our society, then why would we need rich people at all? Why do we need rich people at all in the modern day, is exactly what I'm saying. The only thing rich people do is take and take and take, and just oppress the lower class, no matter how nice they think they are, no matter how many charities they supposedly donate to, no matter how much nature they supposedly help. Every rich person, every billionaire, every millionaire, they are all corrupt, no matter how good they think they are. My least favorite rich people are those who were born rich, because their default state will always be spoiled. Even into adulthood, they will be spoiled. And to be honest, it is always because of their environment. Rich people were born into a world where no matter what they do, they are always on top of it. It creates this environment that celebrates not caring about people because there is no punishment, even the greatest extremes. If a rich person were to kill a man, then the justice system would most certainly favor the rich man because of his high status, or the fact that the rich guy can just pay all the judges off, you know? Rich people are greedy, and they know that people are suffering, and no matter what reasoning I give to why they wouldn't help people, it will always be... Oh my god, my antivirus just popped up. What the fuck? Whatever. No matter what reason I give, they wouldn't help people. It will always be stupid. The rich could easily help all of humanity, but they don't. They have so much money that they could end all homelessness in, like, what, 3 years? Like, one rich dude, I feel like, could probably end all American homelessness. And they just don't. I looked at the rich, and they could easily fix all of the world's problems in less than a couple years, but they don't, because they get their power from the world's problems and the fact that they aren't having those problems, because again, they're fucking rich, you know? Why would they help the people at the bottom? They have made this society that favors them and only them, so why would they ever go against that society?